Beats Planet.
We are back. Vontae Turpin has an all-pro over Micah Parsons, so maybe we'll get best podcast over some of them ESPN joints. Maybe. Our little old humble show with a couple hundred concurrent viewers, maybe we can beat the network television stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe we're all stars, you know what I mean, that we just we did something in the preseason, Will, still, you know what I mean, we was good in the preseason, you know what I'm saying, so maybe that's why we, you know what I mean, that carried over into us getting more views than ESPN right now or some shit. I wouldn't call this a slow news day that we got to open up with that,
right?
But fuck, I've been pissed off for 3 days at Vontae Turpin, bro. And it's like every time something new happens, Vontae Turpin got an interview that they really make him feel bad about it.
Or Vontae Turpin went to the Pro Bowl. And now it's all pro.
And look, if Vontae Turpin's a all pro return guy, because the league just ain't got good return guys, like, man, we could talk, man, but we're still up here looking like, hey, man, this don't look like McDonald's. This motherfucker ain't that nice. And how the fuck he get up there?
I don't know.
But Micah don't get up there. Did Lamb get up there?
No. He wasn't going. I knew Lamb wasn't going to make the All Pro. He made the Pro Bowl. But
well, shit. Well,
All Pro essentially means you are the best in the league, right?
Yes,
bro. There's a handful of people that have more everything than Vontae Turpin from any return points you want to look at. So it's just baffling to me how he made it.
They're gonna have Turpin on the NFL top 100 list. He gonna be number 100. They be like, man, so I'm watching this preseason game. And before you know,
preseason highlights.
This little motherfucker started flying. 100. Look at Vontae Turpin running it again in the preseason. First card.
I hope like hell, right? Like he got these accolades, and he says, you know what? Let me go out here and let me get one.
But Will, that's what I don't want. Let me tell you why.
What?
Let me tell you why. Because I listened to Vontae Turpin talk.
Okay.
After Houston and after this week, every time Turpin dropped the ball, he go, man, I just want to make a play and be like everybody else, bro. I just want to contribute and do it. I just want to make a play. So if he come out there in this playoff game thinking, motherfucker, I'm gonna earn this all-pro spot, I'm gonna earn this Pro Bowl, I'm about to go run this motherfucker back, and he missed the ball again because he want to run so bad.
Right. Yeah. Well, so I don't want him to press. You're right. I don't want him to press about it. But I hope that, I'm an all-pro, let me go get one. And he does it without messing up. He needs to get one, man. And what better way to get one than on the road against Tom Brady and those Buccaneers, which we'll preview today.
It'll be a fantastic story, Will, still, but sit your punk ass down and get some rest, man. Do some push-ups or something. Let's see.
The conference has been unlocked.
We're gonna unlock the phones early just to kind of let y'all get in and get acclimated. You know what I'm saying? Well, this ain't gonna be a 5 o'clock show, but it ain't gonna be a 4 o'clock show neither. But we appreciate y'all for being here. We love y'all to peace. This is Voch Lombardi live here on the Volume. You be sure to follow us on all of our platforms. I'm your host, Voch Lombardi. Teach your man how to squabble. VOCHLOMBARDI. I'm being point guard by the best in the business. Skywalker Steele.
The sky's the limit.
SKYWALKERSTEELE.
Man,
what's good with you, man?
You just took me back. Wow.
Man, Will Steele, bro. I would never. We gonna be 40 years old one day. Riding on our yacht.
That White Widow. That.
Yeah. Come on, man. Yo, like we're gonna be riding around on Dave Hellman's yacht or whatever. Like, hey man, remember that time we was in the car at training camp? We was listening to Ransom and we drove past the hotel just to drive in the parking lot so we could finish rapping Ransom.
Yeah,
we're gonna always talk about that, Will Steele. So appreciate you for being here, my guy.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Let's get into the show. Before we get started with the Tampa Bay talk, you seen Carolina call Kellen Moore?
Yeah. I would love to trade the Moors.
Well, of course you would, Will. Still, of course, but they're not gonna give us an equal trade or anything like that. But if they think high enough of Kellen Moore, I mean, shit, come get him. But somebody on Twitter, they posed an interesting question.
Okay,
Will Still, and I do think this is fair, and we're very critical of Kellen Moore here. But the character on Twitter was like, "Well, Voch, it's easier to get worse."
Right.
Than to get better. And that's fair.
That's
fair. Because you could be pissed off at Kellen Moore one day and you want something better, but the next dude that you roll, you roll into this thing, the grass may not necessarily be as green. So right. I just wanted to bring that to you because we take turns beating the shit out of Kellen Moore on this show. But do you think that we can actually improve from him? Or is it just too risky to try to shoot the dice on?
No, it's not too risky. It's not too risky because I think you've capped out, right? I do think you've capped out with Kellen Moore and Dak Prescott, but that's fair. You know what I mean, because what if they just go, "Hey, Doug Nussmeier, you up next"? Wait a minute. Wait. We don't know what Doug. I have no idea what Doug. Right, like he doesn't have an extensive history recently of calling plays in the NFL. Or being a part of a tree, of a system. The only system of the last, half decade or so is this one. So, but if you go hire a guy under a different system, a proven system, then I think there'll be a lot more optimism because you've seen that system work, right? At a high level, depending on who we talk about. But that is fair what the guys say. I mean, yes, we rag on Kellen and things like that, but it is easier to get worse than better. But I'd be willing to risk it to see if we can hit another level with the quarterback per se.
And look, Kellen Moore is not a scrub, honestly. I think he's a top 10 offensive coordinator. But Will Steele, that one time he was cussing me smooth out on the way to the airport in the car that one time. I'm never gonna let you forget it. He always tells me, Voch, well, is this what you're willing to settle for? Right? Because I always use this analogy, right? Like if Jason Garrett was the head coach of a 0-16 team, you can damn near bank on him going 8-8, and that's good for them, right? But if you're a team that's looking to be a 13-win team, a playoff team, Jason Garrett may not be good for you. So you got to constantly try to find better to elevate where you at. You know what I'm saying? We're at a point to where I think we've outgrown Kellen Moore. You know what I'm saying? And if we really want to be a team that can go into a game with some confidence, right? We can be a great team. But we can also be the team that shoot ourselves in the foot, right? But there's not a San Francisco 49er fan that ain't walking into a game Sunday with confidence. Right. Friday, Sunday, Saturday, whatever it is. They walk into that motherfucking game, man, we about to be tough on defense. We about to be efficient on offense. We going to be clean. Christian McCaffrey going to run the goddamn football. If you ask Voch, Voch, what you think the Cowboys going to do Monday? Hey, we'll see when we get there, bro.
But that's been my whole thing, Voch. I was like, listen, I'll be willing to die knowing who we are than having to guess each week, like, what are we going to do here?
Yeah.
I'd be willing to die on that hill. Like, yeah, man, listen, we going to lose this way, then we're going to lose the way that our identity is. There is no identity because it's an identity-less offense per se. That's what it's supposed to be, right? Like we don't have an identity. That's our superpower. Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. So far, all I know about our identity is that if we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, we're the best team in the National Football League. And I say that shit with confidence. If we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, we're the best team in the National Football League. It's just likely as fuck that we'll shoot ourselves in the foot. Like it's a high likelihood that we'll shoot ourselves in the foot. And I don't know if that's a Mike McCarthy thing or what. Will Steele. I saw you talk about coaches on the hot seat. I saw a lot of Nation talk about coaches on the hot seat. I had no plans on talking about coaches on the hot seat, but fuck it, y'all did. So
it's because Jerry opened up his mouth.
And yeah, just to make another hit. I wish we could just go into a week and not hear shit, man. I just wish we can go into a week and not hear nothing, bro. But
yeah, and I shouted out 105.3. Like, I respect those guys, but I don't understand asking that question to Jerry Jones on the eve of the playoff game. Hey, if XYZ happens on Monday, is Mike McCarthy up to be fired? Yeah. What? Why would you even ask him that?
And then the same radio dudes get mad, like, man, I just wish we could not have a distraction. I just wish we could it'd be y'all asking the questions, bro. Did you listen to the Mike McCarthy press conference a little bit?
No.
Well, Clarence Hill basically asked, so Mike, and this is me paraphrasing because we're a professional media entity now. We're still, so I can't just be bullshitting, right? Clarence Hill basically, in short of words, somewhat, if you want to hear his exact quote, go to .com and listen. But Clarence Hill was kind of sort of, but from my interpretation, he was like, yo, Mike, last year you said y'all motherfuckers was nervous. Y'all still nervous? And Mike was like, hold on, motherfucker. I'll come down there, smack shot at everybody. Now, I ain't say nervous, goddamn. I said there would be nerves because it's the first time that these dudes is inexperienced in the playoffs. And I don't think that you can, you know what I mean? You can have success and be a first-time team in the playoffs, which bitch act like he ain't say that. But in my mind, that's the energy that Mike McCarthy gave off a little bit. So I do think, bro, that these coaches do feel a way about these media entities or whatever, and they hear everything because Mike McCarthy, come out in one of these press conferences like, hey, well, I guess coaching ain't as bad as y'all thought it was. Like, hey, I guess we're better than you. Hey, Cooper Rush won. I guess coaching ain't terrible, huh? Out. Mike McCarthy's hearing these things, right? All I hope is that Mike McCarthy takes that Kirby Smart energy that he did in his pep talk, and you ain't got to go in there and cuss the team out, right? But at least put that energy into having a great practice or great practices all week, and then that leads to an efficient game.
I think that's key. I'll never forget what B. Bird was telling me after the game when Coach said the nerves and whatnot, and he I'm paraphrasing, but he said something along the lines of, well, they probably felt that way because they weren't confident in their preparation. And because if you're confident in your preparation, you coming out to Kodak Black with a ski mask on. Like that when you confident like that, you know you had a good week of practice, or you just beat the Rams to get into the playoffs. You've been scrapping, you've been fighting, you've been clawing. What am I scared to go to J World for?
Right.
Against this team that's broken. Right? So Mike talked about having a bad week of practice last week. That cannot happen this week, bro. We've seen that this team, I don't even know what the word is, man, but doesn't it feel like it has to live in this pocket of energy? And if they are out of that pocket, if it feels like, oh shit, we fumbled the ball early, it's going downhill. Oh shit, we threw an interception, it's going downhill. Oh shit, the penalties already. It's going
like it ain't necessarily momentum, but like if you watch the Bears game, if you watch, the Eagles or whatever on offense, if you watch like Minnesota, you get in this groove and you get that confidence. Like, boy, we are beating the shit out you. We about to do it again. But if you get an interception, you get a fumble, you get a missed block, you get a holding penalty, you get a Kevontae Turpin fumble, then your energy kind of goes down. And you're fighting your way out of that field.
And make it simpler. They got to get off to fast starts. They get off to better starts. It seems things seem to go better for them. Of late, they haven't been, and they've won, most of the games. But I just don't think you can continue to get off to slow starts and shooting yourselves in the foot against the playoff teams. No sir, no sir.
In real life, though, the Cowboys better than the Buccaneers, bro. The Cowboys better than the Buccaneers. But like I say every single week, bro, it ain't got nothing to do with the other team. It hasn't a thing to do with the other team. It's all about us. It's all about us. And if we can get out of our own way, start quick, like you say, be physical on defense, run around, and man, we can just figure out chunk plays, bro. If we could just figure out chunk plays on defense, we'll be all right. Like that little dink and dunk stuff don't really work on us because we're actually fast on defense in my mind. Anthony Barr slow, but for the most part, we fast on defense. So the dink and dunk don't even bother me. Even the run game, I've seen teams run for 150 on us, but the run game ain't what kills us. The fucking chunk plays, bro. Like, they're gonna do double moves on Diggs, bro. They're gonna do this stuff, man. Man, we just keep this thing clean, bro. Man, I really ain't trying to hear none of the Xavier Rhodes stuff, man. It's like all this.
Look like he's gonna play.
He gonna play for sure. He's gonna play. But in my mind, all this experiment at cornerback too, bro. This was all right, y'all. We trying our best to not put Deron Bland at outside corner. Man, let's just put Deron Bland at outside corner, not even have to worry about this old character that came and played 2 games for the Bills and got hurt. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to.
I wish that was the move. I wish that was the experiment, right? Like, let's put Deron Bland at cornerback 2. over the last 3 games of the season to get him work out there and then see what Mackenzie Alexander got inside, because it hasn't been the slot that's been killing you.
Right.
Granted, that could be bland, right? But it's been the deep plays on the boundary that's been killing you.
Yeah. And all those plays come from those cornerbacks lacking ball skills. Well,
yeah. Yep.
Fucking DeRon Bland got ball skills, bro. So that might be the fix. But I wonder why we're so stubborn about it, though. I wonder why, DeRon Bland plays cornerback too, but we're going to put him back at nickel and we'll put Nashawn out there. And then they attack Nashawn. Or we'll put DeRon Bland back out there. And okay, we'll have a good drive of defense then. But then we'll put DeRon Bland back in nickel and then we'll put Trayvon. And then they throw right at Trayvon. They know who's out there.
Oh, sure.
Tom Brady going to know who's out there. Chris fucking Godwin going to know who's out there.
Well, Chris Godwin's a slot guy, so I actually like that matchup. Chris Godwin and versus DeRon Bland, physicality against physicality. DeRon Bland has good ball skills. I don't know what they're going to Russell Gage, Julio if he comes back. We saw Julio had one big catch, then he got hurt, but one big catch in week 1 on Anthony Brown deep. So
that's all it takes.
That's all it take, right?
Yeah. And honestly, I think something that'll help our defense. And this ain't really happened in the Philly game. Well, it kind of did happen in the Philly game, but like they didn't capitalize on it in the Philly game or whatever. Well, I think they kind of did. I'm just doing this on the fly. But in my mind, when your offense is grooving, then it's easier for your defense, right? And Philly kept scoring, but by us kept scoring, they had to keep throwing, and we eventually got turnovers out of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
you're not wrong.
In my mind, Philly's a much better, even with Gardner Minshew. Philly as an offense is going to be much better than what I've been seeing with Tom Brady. They look bad on offense, bro. So in my mind, if you make Tom Brady keep throwing, they're going to give you opportunities to beat the shit out of him. So hey,
very good
offense,
point.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's a very good point because Tom Brady has thrown the ball the most in the NFL. He has the most passing attempts, but they're averaging less than 19 points per game. Yeah. So and look, we've said this before. Teams will switch up on the Cowboys when they couldn't stop the run, but I think they've been solid against the run over the last month of the season. So I wonder if Byron Leftwich just says, "Hey, we'll run to keep them honest, but we're not going to use the same game plan as week 1." Maybe they will, but I don't think Dallas is going to be as undisciplined on the boundary in this game as they were earlier. I think Hankins coming back is big. I just think the team is better against the run. So I think Tom will pass. He'll pass fast. He'll get it off quick. So you're going to have to beat him post snap with some disguises, and that's what Dan Quinn was talking about.
Fair enough. Do you think that we're finally going to see Micah moved around a little bit? Because I think if you're going to beat Tom, you're going to need a lot more pressure from the inside than outside. Tom, even though he's a wily old man, but he's a super vegan, so he is in enough shape to still kind of move and get around them outside guys, whatever. But I do think pressure from the interior is going to be much more important because interior pressure gets there faster. Why? Because the best way to get to point A is fucking straight line, not a curved arc. You know what I mean? And we got good enough guys to run curved arcs.
Great.
Is Sam Williams going to jail, or is he good to go?
He'll be playing, but it's a distraction. He's got to go turn himself in, make bond, and all this stuff. It's just say Cowboys, man, Cowboys. But to your point, I would like to see Micah use that linebacker more in this game. And rushing from that standpoint, but not just rushing, but just being a guy that they don't know what he's going to do, right? I think Sam Williams, Dorrance Armstrong, D-Law, Fowler, you got enough guys on the edge that I think can affect Tom Brady. And if you need to put him down there at defense end, you do it. But I think he's going to help you if they do decide to run. I think he's going to help you if they do decide to pass, if he's at linebacker. But you asked me the question, do I think they'll do it? Evidence says no. Evidence says they're going to roll with Anthony Barr and LVE and mix them with Damone Clark.
But what if they saving their best shit for the playoffs, sir? And look, I know we sick of saying it. And look, I keep...
That's how I feel about it.
Volume. Listen, man, I know we keep saying this, bro, but I was just sitting on my couch, that couch right there. I was watching my TV, Will, still. That TV right there, I was off. And I was watching a think piece or something. It was a think piece on like Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I wasn't even thinking about football. I was just minding my business, just watching this Vice City think piece. I watched they was talking about cheat codes. And just randomly. Y'all think Dan Quinn saving this good stuff for the play? I just thought about it, Will, still, and I'm like, man, ain't no way, bro. I sound like one of these casual fans that make me sick.
I mean, he's clearly going to do something different than he's done the last few weeks because he's been experimenting. He came out and admitted it. He did what I thought Kellen should have did. Hey man, we was just trying. We was just bullshit.
We ain't been getting sacks on purpose, baby. You know what I mean? Micah Parsons sacrificing his little defensive player of the year. We got some shit cooked up, but y'all stay patient. You hear me?
Yeah, I was hoping after that game that Kellen would come out and say, "Yeah, we was just trying to."
We bullshit. We got some shit.
But Dan said, "Nah, we was experimenting."
Even if though, Will. Even if, right, because last year, you know, it turned into a joke because we was talking about plays, right? Like we was talking about play calls. We was talking about, hey, well, Kellen got some good plays that were saying, and he's not just going to run the 4 curls or whatever, or the fact that, you know what I mean, whatever. I think if we use personnel groups that we haven't used before, it ain't got to be plays necessarily, but just how we use personnel. I think if we do that differently than what we've been seeing, I think that can give us the advantage. Okay, well, we're not putting Micah Parsons at linebacker on film or blitzing him from A gap because we want to hold that till later. Okay, well, Tony Pollard got, and look, this Kellen and Dan ass. Okay, Tony got 7 carries last week. There's no way Tony's going to get 7 carries this week. He fucking might, but there's no way Tony's gonna get 7 carries this week. You know what I mean? Yeah, like we ran all these bland passing concepts. We didn't move CD Lamb around. We ran all the curls. We kept on to Noah Brown because we didn't want to throw you this good shit. The whole year, Kevontae Turpin didn't get a pass unless he was throwing to somebody else. But Kevontae Turpin gonna get the first pass of the game in the fucking play because we didn't want to put it on film. That makes sense. But because of what happened to us last year, it sounds like casual fan shit. But we look so bad these last couple games, bro. I'm like, bro, the way we've been looking, these fuckers gotta be saving something special. But I'm just prepared for that heartbreak, Will, still. And my Cowboys shouldn't have me living like this. No, but I'm prepared for the idea that, all right, cornerback 2 ain't finna get no safety help. Micah finna be right there at the end.
And we about to run on first and second down.
Tony, we run on first and second, false start. Conor McGovern gonna be, you know what I mean? Dak gonna throw the ball 40 times. All curl routes, goddamn it. And I think it's gonna happen, Will, still. And let you know, but they got to show us. They got to show us. I'll apologize if it's not the case. I will come on the volume and I will apologize if that's not the case.
I feel you, man, because it's hard to believe that what you've seen in regards to both sides of the ball, but like I said, at least Dan came out and said it. Hey, we was fucking around, but it's hard to believe that because Kellen came out and said, yeah, we game plan to win. I hope he's lying. I hope he's just saying that, right? Like I don't want to give nothing away type thing because you can't possibly come out next week like that. Like you just can't. And that goes back to the practice, right? Like practice all of that. All of the things that you've done at a high level more often than not this year, put that in the bag. That way, this is why I wanted them to do it in the game, Voch. So when you get to the game and that play is called, it's like, we've been fucking this play up for the last month. Let's go. Yeah. Shit, we ain't run this in Chicago.
Let's see. But let's see what it do.
God damn, I hope this works.
Turpin, warm up your throwing arm. We're going to try this again. We're going to try this bullshit again. Bro, man, something that'll make me happy, Will.
Yeah.
The first drive of the game, we come out in that weird ass 4 tight end set.
003.
You know what I'm saying? We come out in that weird tight end set. Tony Pollard is your running back, and he motion out at receiver or something.
But see, that's perfect for this game. To be honest with you, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, and I know we're kind of all over the place. We're supposed to talk about. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is susceptible to tight ends. They give up over 111 passer rating when they target a tight end. Levante David and Devin White haven't been spectacular in coverage against tight ends, or safeties haven't been good against tight ends. This could be a game where that package, you do it on a series, maybe once or twice in this game, it could throw them off. Because the reason why it worked against Chicago is they got in it, they stayed in it in a hurry. They didn't allow them to take off their linebackers, and they spread them out, and they said, let's work. And here's the beautiful thing about it is that CD Lamb could play running back.
He can play running back, and he did. Yeah,
and he
for
did.
sure.
So, I would love to see them kind of throw that curveball at them early, like you said, and hopefully implement it in the game. Because I feel like when he gets in his bag early, right, you see it. Go watch the Jacksonville Jaguars game.
Sure.
Go watch the style that we were running early in that game. You could tell that all right, we're going to be good in this game. Offensive, we'll be fine because they're coming out with that kind of creativity and that will, that dribble with a purpose. But then go watch how you came out against Tennessee. Watch how you came out against Washington. That's where it comes in the fact of, hey man, what are we getting this week?
Yeah. And if that's not the case, if we come out there with some bullshit, like, yeah, we could blame Kellen on that. But at that point, I'm blaming Mike McCarthy because Mike McCarthy should be aware enough to know what works and what's not working. And he should at least be able to tap Kellen on the shoulder, like, hey, bro, like, why the fuck Tony in the single digits, bro? Why is this happening?
I would
like,
start the game with Tony Pollard.
You have to, but they won't. They simply won't. They're gonna trot Zeke out there and they're gonna run the ball on first down. They're gonna do it. I would love to see the Vegas odds. Can somebody please find those Vegas odds? They probably don't exist, but Zeke getting the first carry of the game, bet on that shit. It's happening. It's happening. It is what it is. And that's the upsetting part. Because if you Mike McCarthy and you want to say fuck Jerry Jones real quick, hey yo, Kellen, I know we you know what I'm saying, rehearsed, you know what I'm saying, Zeke being the first back out there. And if we win the game, we won't get fired, but just go ahead and throw Tone out there. Fuck him. I would love to see that Willie Beeman type rebel shit. Like, hey, yo, listen, I know what's the name wanted this, and they said this. I got a job, and they're not gonna fire me. They're not gonna fire me for winning the goddamn game. You know what I mean? You can call me in your office and wave your finger at me. You move with your uncle and auntie and Bel Air finger wave at me. Hey, yo, Kellen, go ahead and put Tony in.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's why I don't subscribe to the thought process of, oh, well, the upper management's telling XYZ to do this. I would tell upper management, then fire me. I mean, I say this all the time. You're probably tired of me saying it, but seriously, man, like if my job is on the line, why would I continue to do something that is not working? Yeah. Even if it's your way.
And then you're going to get fired for doing something that ain't your way.
That they told you to do, if that's the case. But if I do it my way and we win, you're going to take the credit anyway. So just let me do me. If that's the case, I don't subscribe to it. Yes, they definitely have, but in my opinion, then that comes back down to Mike McCarthy, right? Kellen Moore. Mm-hmm. Screw you. That's what I would say. Screw you. I'm gonna do it my way.
Will, what TV broadcasting company does Sean Payton work for right now? Like he's temporarily working with
Fox, right?
The Fox or something like that. Okay. If it was ESPN, right, I would just love to have Sean Payton just walking around, right? And just him and Mike McCarthy's like peripheral somewhere, right? Just in the vicinity. All this head coaching talk, all this hot seat talk, all that Sean Payton talk. I want that to come back and to creep up on you. And I want Mike McCarthy to get an attitude and look at Kellen. Kellen, do what's best for us, bro. Do what's best for us.
I got you. Like I got you. If you get a tongue lashing from the Joneses, I got you.
I'll do it. I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
Be proactive and change, goddamn. Yeah. Don't just roll. Don't be company guy. Cause all the best coaches of the Cowboys ain't been company guys. And look, I hate the Jimmy Johnson dudes, right? Voch, I've been a Cowboy fan since the 60s. Jimmy Johnson, dabba. Tom Landry, dabba. Bill Parcells would not have dabba. These new coaches is trash, and I throw up in my mouth every time I hear it. God damn it, I'm on y'all team today. God damn.
That trickles down to Dak too. That trickles down to Dak. He's part of the corporate America's team where he really needs to be corporate rock. Yep. Sometimes he needs some of that effort, and I say it all the time. Like, bruh, get mad at them dudes. I'm not saying. He may be getting mad. I shouldn't say. I don't know what he's doing. But it's clear as day. He's a coach's guy. I'm gonna be a professional and all that stuff. And that's fine and dandy. But man, you go out there and lay an egg or you don't win a playoff game, it's coming back on you. These people ain't gonna care about no damn Kellen Moore or Mike McCarthy. They're not gonna care. So if you need to get pissed off, if you need to voice your opinion on something, that ain't working or is working, and you need to do it, bro, because the clock's ticking, and most of the fan base is already off of you. So yeah, I mean.
Now, Will Steele, this is another reason why they'll never give me, credentials and press passes and all that, because I'm going to just ask people in the locker room, ask these players in the locker room, off the record, of course. I'm like, hey, man, look, I'm not going to make this a podcast. I'm not even going to talk about this, bro. But when you see Zeke run out there first, how you feel, bro? And then I wonder how many dudes throw up in their mouth when I ask them how you feel when Zeke run out there first. And look, shouts out to Zeke, man. You need Zeke. The players. Oh, I wonder if the players feel like a lot of their their chances of winning get diminished a little bit when Zeke is on the field, when TP should be on the field, because the results are so clearly different, and it seems like the fans are the only one that notices.
I would be shocked if they would throw up in their mouth. They love Zeke in that locker room.
They love Zeke, Will Steele, but they love Joe Looney.
No. They do not love Zeke like they love Joe Looney.
Okay.
Like, go listen to Zach. Go listen to Zach talk about Zeke Elliott, bro. They truly believe that he is the heartbeat of this team, and maybe it's because of the priors, right? Mm-hmm. But so I don't think they would be sick if you asked them that question. I think they would spin it to, we love Zeke, we need both of them type of situation.
Sure. Yes. What I'm saying in particular, though, right? Because look, I could be watching Sounds of the Sideline, Tony Pollard score, and motherfuckers on the sideline be like, that boy is so cold. That motherfucker's so cold. I just wonder when Zeke get them outside of the red zone carries. You know them carries where Tony should be getting them carries, and we all agree Tony should be getting them carries. I just wonder when Zeke get them carries. They ain't got to hate Zeke to do this. They can love Zeke to do this, right? But I just wonder if they go, ugh. Right?
Maybe if they're watching film. I don't know. I don't think they're doing that like in the game because they don't see. You can't see out there. You know what I mean?
Because look, also too, right? You can love Dante Fowler, but if it's the end of the game and Micah not on the field and Dante out there, yo, Dante, I love you.
That's still a tough comparison, man, because of Zeke's priors and who Zeke is to that team. It's sure. If it was any other player, I could maybe, but Ezekiel Elliott to that locker room, to that team, to his teammates, is held in extreme high regard. And I would be shocked if people were like, ugh, Ezekiel Elliott. I'd be shocked. I really would.
Man, I love Zeke, man. I'm a huge fan of Zeke. And Tony, my cousin, this ain't really got nothing to do with it though, but I don't know, man. Like, I kind of wish it was a situation where, yeah, okay, let's let Tony start, but let's let Zeke end the game. Like one of them. You know what I mean? Like, at 100%. least roll Tony out. At least roll Tony out first to get the explosion, to get the offense moving. At least schedule Tony, of course, Will, in that first 15. Let's get Tony involved, man. Then Zeke can do what the fuck he wants. Zeke can get more carries if you want to.
Tony opens up the playbook much, much wider early. Like, you can do different things. And as you were talking earlier about TP, I was thinking of a play to open up when you said, the joking about Zeke getting the ball. I would love to open up, get a motion, see if they're in man or what have you, or even if they're not in man, and find a way to isolate Tony Pollard on one of those linebackers on some type of wheel route, Texas route, whatever you want to call it, and just take a shot with TP down the sideline or take a shot with TP right out the bat on the in the flat or whatever and let him work. That would be my first play.
Sure. Just let them know that we're not fucking around. But Will Steele, Zeke gonna get that play. Zeke gonna be running a swing out of the backfield or something one-on-one in man coverage, and we're gonna throw it at him, and Zeke may or may not catch it, or if he catch it, he ain't gonna make the first guy miss. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And even if I love Zeke, and which I do love Zeke, I'm gonna see that and go, ugh. But it is what it is. Anything else on this preview? Wisdom, this was a fantastic. We was just talking. This was just round.
We didn't even.
We ain't following no script. I got all kind of shit written down here. I'm not finna get into. We was just talking, bro. But did you have anything else that you wanted to say about Tampa Bay's offense moving into this thing?
Tampa Bay's offense. I think we covered most of it. We know this is Tom Brady, right? Yeah. We gotta confuse Tom Brady, hit Tom Brady. Obviously, every game you want to make them a team not run on you, but it's about Tom Brady.
Yeah. Fair enough. Chat, let's get flames in the chat because me and Will still ain't talked. We ain't talked like this in a minute just because Tennessee and Washington were not interesting. Can we get flames, please?
The conference has been locked.
Man, Will's in this bitch like, well, I guess Jeffrey Simmons ain't playing.
Nobody was.
What did Josh Dobbs look like when he played for Tennessee? Yeah. Mike Vrabel, you know what I mean? Like, we're just trying to figure something out, but that was a good dialogue, Will. Still. Let's get into the phones. It's 3:50. Man, I was about to be nice to y'all and be like, well, we ain't gonna put a time limit on y'all today, but I don't want y'all to ramble neither. So just give me a good call today. Give me a good call. I'll let you talk, but don't hold me all day. Give me a good call. You know what I'm saying? Just give me some good ones. You know, don't repeat yourself. You know, y'all know what a good call is. Give me a good call. We've been making Reek wait till last couple times. We're gonna go Reek first. So what's up, Reek?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Let's go with your Playboy.
Yo.
Cooling. Yeah, man, y'all made great. I just got in here, but y'all made great points, man. About using Tony Pollard first. I've been saying that stuff since last year's San Francisco game. He should have started that game.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me, because he does good against certain teams, just like Zeke does good against the Eagles, stuff like that. But yeah, I think that we got to work those linebackers out. We got to get those dudes tired, running side to side. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the best way to do that, you guys said it already, get these tight ends on the field. Make these dudes have to track and hit and move and have to run after our guys and put TP on the field and get Lamb involved. Make people miss. I don't want to come out with this basic, we just line up and call a hike and they just running straight down the damn field doing hooks and little dumb shit. Nah, man, I want to see CD Lamb moving. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Tony Pollard moving, more motioning, stuff like that. Little slants, even some pitches in a pitch run or something like that. We cannot come out being basic, man. That's what Tampa Bay is going to be waiting for us to do. And I really feel like Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore should take this, and even Dak Prescott should take this game to another level, because the first game that we played them this year, after the game, they was talking mad trash. They were saying that, yeah, we knew they plays. We knew what they was going to do. That's why we was anticipating everything they was doing. I need Kellen Moore to come with it. You know what I'm saying? But let's be physical. Let's not just be passing the damn ball. We got to be physical with these dudes, man. Let's just beat up on these cats, man, because I really believe that we got the team to do it, man. Yeah. That's all I got to say about that. I'm going to holler at y'all.
Good call, Rick. Appreciate you. Yeah, man, you know, there was that thing that came out and said, yeah, we knew what Dallas was going to do. We knew they was going to keep it short. We knew the calls. It was the same call from last year. It was the same shit from last year. So if you, Kellen, look, if we saw that shit, I know they saw that shit. You know what I mean?
But what's crazy, bro, is it wasn't the same shit from week 1 against Tampa last year. It was the same shit from the second half, end of the season Cowboy stuff, which I could not believe they had the audacity to go into that game with the same shit.
Game. You had all off season to work on this shit.
Yeah.
And you just, it's almost like copying the homework last minute, bro. Like, bro, like this the first game of the season, dog. Like, come on. Yeah. People in the chat were asking what happened to Sam Williams. Y'all know Sam Williams got in a car accident last week. Well, the police continued their investigation, and they found out that he was speeding like a motherfucker and he was driving recklessly. So there's a warrant out for his arrest, and he's been contacted and asked to turn himself in. It is a misdemeanor, not a felony. Nobody died. You know what I mean? It was just his fault, I guess. So most likely, if he just turned himself in, he'll just sit down for like a 25 minutes or whatever and have some lunch, and he'll get right back out. I don't think he's going to be affected Monday or whatever. So he'll be available for the game, but it is a thing. So somebody asked earlier, is he gonna, is he gonna get hit with a conduct detrimental or something like that? I don't think he misses games because like he ain't hit nobody, he ain't like fighting nobody. Yeah, he wasn't in the car when nobody got shot. If Kelvin Joseph didn't get suspended,
he should be fine. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. If Kelvin Joseph didn't get suspended, then I think Sam Williams would be fine. I think Sam Williams would be fine. But there we go. Let's get Queen on the phone. What's up, Queen? How you doing?
Hey guys,
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. What you doing?
Oh, I'm working.
Of course, you ain't
As usual.
never got free time with us. You always calling us when you're working. So what you?
Well,
Okay, go
yeah,
ahead.
because you guys always have your show Monday through Friday,
Fair enough.
or sometimes Friday.
Sometimes.
And I work Monday through Friday, so and it's around the time I'm working, so I'm sorry, but it is what it is.
It's okay, man. It's okay. It's no problem. What you gonna cook later?
I'm not cooking today.
Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. That just made me sad. But all right then. What you got on the Cowboys and the playoffs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? What you thinking?
I think we're gonna go to the Super Bowl.
Let's talk your shit, Queen.
Yeah, I believe that we're gonna go to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And set a whole lot of naysayers up in reference to Dak Prescott.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's made a lot of errors with his new approach
Right.
to how he wants to play, which he says is, he wants to be more aggressive with his approach to passing and stuff like that.
Right.
Okay, so he's made a lot of mistakes in that area.
Yeah.
I want him to kind of slow down on that.
Yeah.
Maybe do half and half, somewhere in the middle of what he was and what he's trying to be.
Right.
Because I believe what he was before was who he needed to be, which was a person that took care of the ball.
Okay.
And every now and then take a few chances.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he needs to. I saw plays in several games where he could have run and got yardage.
Right.
I would want him to do more of that.
Right.
And Kellen Moore, I think he's bipolar and needs to be on meds.
Oh no.
Or something, or has a split personality, because no one has been able to explain.
Right.
No one has been able to explain why 1 week he plays one way and then the next week he changes the whole game plan, as if the week before we didn't just bust somebody in the ass. I don't. No one can explain his thinking and how he calls those games. So he's schizophrenic, bipolar, something.
Yeah.
And I think that and people have been talking about Mike McCarthy's job security and things of that nature. Well, Mike McCarthy's job is not in danger.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all listened to 105.3 The Fan when they was talking to Jerry.
Yeah.
And Jerry says that there's no question that Mike McCarthy's job is, on like he's on a hot seat or whatever, that he'll lose his job. So Mike McCarthy, that's something that he doesn't have to worry about right now. Even if he loses the first playoff game. Jerry also said, will he be disappointed? Right. Yes, he will.
Right.
But Mike McCarthy's job is not in jeopardy.
Right.
And so that's all I pretty much, I think that's all I got, guys.
Okay, then.
Every time I get off the phone with y'all, I always remember something that I should have said.
Oh, it's
and
okay.
no, I can't call back in. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay.
I'll just try to make a note of it next time so I can bring it up.
Okay.
If you guys hadn't already talked about it, because, y'all are always on top of everything and, end up saying the things that, I was thinking. So, but that's it, guys.
Queen, before you leave, though.
Before
you leave, though, Queen, thank you so much for the New Year wish, though. Where you work at? Because it sounded like you were just burying a body or something like that. Where you work at? You sound very busy right now.
I always say that, like I'm burying a body. I actually work in a warehouse.
Okay, people always say you burying people.
For the America's favorite potato chip company, Frito-Lay. And so, it's a lot of manufacturing and all that kind of stuff going on around here. So, yeah.
Okay. Appreciate you, Lady Bud. Thank you so much for loving us and, watching us and tuning in and supporting. And we'll talk to you in the morning on A to Z Dallas. Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. And one more thing.
Yes, please.
Can we start a GoFundMe so we can give Kellen Moore a playoff bachelor party so he can, get all of his nuts off before it's time for us to play the playoff game?
We'll do that. we'll do it. Appreciate you, Queen. Good call.
All right.
We gonna take all that money and we gonna give it to me. You feel me? We gonna give Voch and Will Steele a bachelor party. You hear me? We got to get all them pregame. I'm not gonna say it again, but thank you, Queen. That was an interesting request.
Great calls today, y'all. Appreciate y'all for calling it.
Great.
She had a lot to say. I don't even know where you want to start.
We can start with all right, let's get DJ on the phone.
Okay.
That's where we gonna start, motherfucker. What up, DJ?
What's good, man?
Everything cool, man.
From sounding all nice and sweet, and then you're like, get a GoFundMe so we can get his next
Right.
Yeah. Man, Kellen,
don't be fooled by Queen's nice voice. She'll get at your ass.
Oh man, bro, Kellen walked out that mug like
your mama sure does care about your school. Son.
Oh, but
it's an evil world.
The reason I was calling in today, but it was because I'm thinking basically Mike McCarthy. Like, isn't he an offensive dude? So like, he's an offensive guy. Like, he was the one calling plays in Green Bay and all that kind of stuff. And I know Kellen Moore's got the system and everything, and he has to get used to, like, he has to come in and get used to Kellen Moore's system.
Yeah.
But like, does he never like sit on the side and just like watch the plays that he's calling, or watch the game script or whatever it may be, and be like, what the hell are you doing? Like, is there no conversation being had there?
I imagine Mike McCarthy sees all these concepts and he knows what the concepts are. You know, Mike is an offensive guy, but Mike just don't know the language. So in my mind, that goes back to, Mike McCarthy should be held accountable for this because he's the head coach. So if we're seeing some nonsense on film and we keep doing it and we do it again, that's Mike McCarthy's job to go to Kellen and delegate and be like, yo, fam, you know, I'm gonna let you do your job, but you can't do this, and this. You know what I'm saying? So that's on Mike McCarthy also.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing about this is just having. I mean, they make adjustments. Well, I don't subscribe to the whole, idea that we have bad coaches, but there has to be some kind of reign takeover if something's not working. Because historically, if something's gone well, we keep doing it, but if something's gone bad, we also keep doing that. And there has to be some kind of, just checks and balances, so to speak.
That's I want to touch on that because I was going to say something about what Queen said, and that kind of comes back to this. So put a pin in that.
Yeah. But all right, man, I'll let you go. I don't hold y'all all day.
All right, man, appreciate you, DJ. Go ahead, Wisdom.
Yes, sir.
Well, this ties into the Dak Prescott thing that Queen was talking about. I think he's pressing to be the guy to get them out of a rut all the time, right? Yeah. Like, the offense is not playing well, I got to make the play. I think that is where your coach comes in. And something DJ said, I don't think is said enough. When things are going right that day, we continue to do them for the most part. Look at the Jags game until the end. I don't know why we stopped, but usually, right? Bears game, Vikings game. Well, TP getting the rock 6 times in the air. Those things seem to happen when you're in that flow. But when they're bad, that's when you have to scrap what the hell you're doing and figure out something to get rhythm to your quarterback, to your offense, to whatever. And it doesn't seem like we scrapped that. It seemed like we're like, nah, we're going to keep doing this until we get it right. I don't think that's good for your Q, because your Q now is like, hey, man, I'm going to play this hero ball. And we don't want him to play hero ball early. If you got to play hero ball later, that's fine, because that means you have to make a comeback or you got to get a game-winning drive or you got to score. And he's done that in spades this year, right? Mm-hmm. You've seen him do it in Texans. You've seen him do it in Jacksonville. You've seen him do it earlier in the season. You've seen him do these things. But you don't want him pressing early. So that's why I think it's pivotal to come out with a solid game plan, come out fast. And if something's not working, let's regroup, right? And let's get back to things to get you in a rhythm.
Yep. In Black Panther, in the very first fight on the waterfall versus M'Baku started beating his ass and his mama screamed out and said, show him who you are. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do nothing extra. show them who you are. Be who you are. You know what I'm saying? So don't press. Follow the plan. Count your money. And let's just win this fucking game. Let's just beat this team worse than us so Voch and Will still come on here and talk shit all week and beat the Eagles the next week. You know what I mean? That's what I'm into. Let's do this, man. Let's get back into it. Good point, DJ. Appreciate you, Will, still for your analysis, sir. Fantastic, sir. Let's get Kyle on the phone. Haven't heard from him in a minute. What's up, Kyle?
What's up, man?
Cool and player.
Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Cool and player. What's good? What you got for the show?
Oh, no. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it real simple, make it real quick. By Tuesday morning, there should be only 3 options on Tom Brady's death. Option 1 is go spend time with your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Option 2 is find your new team if that's what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Keep playing football. Option 3 is head to that Fox Sports booth and start that contract you signed in the offseason. Because ain't no way we should lose to the Buccaneers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how we get it done. I don't know how we get it done. It just has to get done. We're just a better team, and that's all that needs to be said. I'll catch y'all later.
Fair enough, my guy. Appreciate you, Kyle. That's it. We're the better team. We're the better team. And if we just go out and take care of business, then we should beat up on Tampa Bay. And look, I think we should beat Tampa comfortably because
Really?
all these heroic wins that they've been playing against, these last minute wins that Tampa been winning these last couple of weeks. We better than them teams too. You know what I'm saying?
I'm curious. Yes, sir. What do you think of we talk a lot about Tom Brady, but because I've heard you say this multiple times, do you not respect their defense?
I respect the defense, but I respect our offense. You know what I mean? Like when we on, I respect our offense versus anybody. You know what I'm saying? And if we just, as long as we not shooting ourselves in the foot, then we score. If we score, I don't think Brady and the offense can catch up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think we're gonna go out there and sweep the Buccaneers defense, like we did the Eagles or anything like that. But if we put up like 28 to 35 or something, and 35 is a lot, but let's just say 28.
Yeah.
It's plenty. But if we put up 28, 24, something like that, 24 to 28 points, I don't think Tom and them got enough.
No, I don't disagree with that. They're like 1-6, I think, when opposing teams score 20 points on them.
Sure.
So the magic number is what, 21, 22, right? 21. That's the magic number. I just that defense is with Todd Bowles and then Kellen Moore and then the scheme. I do think it is not going to be easy. I think it's going to be a bit of a struggle offensively, but it's going to be about being clean to me. And I'll talk more about it throughout the week. But I do think Todd Bowles has something there against Kellen, against Dak, and we just can't make mistakes. And even if we don't make mistakes, I'll be shocked if we scored 35 points. But 23, 24, that may be all you need, bro.
So I just looked up the numbers here because it's all a blur. Like the same shit happens to the Bucs every week. But the Falcons dropped 30 on them last week. That was more so of a we resting guys or whatever. But the week before that, Carolina dropped 24. Arizona, without Kyler Murray, dropped 16. But then the good teams, whether it be Bengals and 49ers, Bengals scored 35, 49ers scored 35. You know what I mean? I think we can get up there with them, though. You know what I mean? We just got to be who we are. But we'll talk more about that.
That Bengals game was crazy because they were down 17-0 to Tampa.
Sure.
And Burrow just
got on the run. Joe remembered who they were. T'Challa, you remember who you are. Started beating the shit out of Tampa Bay. So I think we can do that too, man. What time? 4:09.
Kyle Shanahan, cool. Zach Taylor.
Fair enough. Cam, what's up, sir? What's good?
What's
good with you, man?
I'm always just late around playoff times. Throughout the season, I talk to John. I spit facts, and sometimes I see out some bullshit from time to time, just to spice up the pot, some days. But always around playoff time, when they say,
Cam, we can barely hear you. So like, take your mouth off the phone, and see if that works, because we can barely hear you. You sound a little muffled.
All right, I'm gonna do it like this.
Perfect. But, go ahead.
Yeah. But like I was saying, I always, I spit out some bullshit and I spit facts out majority of the time, but always around playoff time, I'm the quiet guy. What I mean by I'm the quiet guy, it's not that I'm running away from smoke from other teams, people, and stuff like that, but my coach used to tell us when we played football, he said playoff is a one-and-done thing when it comes to football. He said it ain't basketball where you got a couple of more games to play to try to win a series. It's always a one-and-done. At this time, it's time to put up a shut up. Sure. Like I say every year, it's time to put up a shut up. If we're going to keep talking about our regular season, but when we get to the playoffs, are we going to keep being the team that they say can't get it done? Are we going to go out there and get it done? Which one are we going to do? Are we going to sit and tuck our tail and cry about it? Or we going to go out there, play like we know we can play, and win? It's simple. It's one or two things. Either go hard or go home. There's a lot of songs I can keep throwing out, a lot of verses I can keep throwing out, but I ain't going to keep doing that because, it's like we said, you do what you got to do to get where you're trying to go.
Right.
And as we going to put in that work to get where we're trying to go, I agree with you on the Tony Pollard thing. Yeah. If y'all want to have Zeke to go out there and start, just say he started it in every game except for the games that he was out, then by all means you do it. If that's what you want to do. But if you want to do what's better for the team, you'll start Tony Pollard. It's not like Zeke taking a pay cut. It's not like we putting Zeke out. We just trying to do what's best for the team. And I feel like Zeke will understand that. You ain't got to prove that to Jared. I ain't looking for confirmation from Jared. We got confirmation over the years that Jared ain't nothing but a little scumbag at times.
What?
We look at he's a scumbag.
Go ahead,
and if they scared to say it, I'm gonna say it. Because it's just like you said.
Jared might hire me one day.
Even if Mike McCarthy do his thing, you want to know something?
Right.
He'll get fired if he don't follow what Jared say. Reason why? You seen it with his friend. I'm just gonna say his friend, his supposed to be friend, probably one of the greatest coaches we ever had. Right. So if the spotlight ain't on Jared, nothing's matter. The Cowboys don't even matter at that point. The spotlight not on Jared. We just got to go out there and do what we got to do. Yep. Defense, we know y'all can play better.
Sure, 100%. Yo, Cam, this was a good call, man. Appreciate you, brother.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
Cam called Jerry a dirt ball.
But look, the week before, Cam, the same dude to say, that's why I don't talk football with these women's, because
was that Cam?
Yes, Cam. I'm like, shit, Cam, you trying to get us fired. Like, bro, like, yo, like Jerry Jones might want to work with us, man. You don't know. Blocking my bag, dog.
But
it's all good.
He was dropping some verses, right? Some bars. But the one he said is so real, man. I always laugh about it because of Waterboy, right? Last game of the year, Jim can't hold anything back. But he was like, hey, man, you got to do what you got to do to get to where you want to be. Yeah. There is no holding back, bro. I'm not saying go out here and run trick plays all day, but throw everything at the wall to win this game. Don't say, well, you know what? Let's keep this in the tuck for the division. No. Throw everything, defensively, offensively, everything, man. Because I do think a win in Tampa against Tom Brady, whether we all believe they're bad or not, I think that will have an immense impact on their psyche.
Yeah. Plus, you know what I mean? Plus the whole idea that, you know, we just sitting over here talking about, hey, when you going to get Turpin involved? We ain't going to do this with Tony. We ain't going to do this. It's a fantastic time to pull out all this little shit that, you know, as long as it's worked on and practice and it's game ready. If it's game ready, and we ain't seen it on film, now's the time to do it. That's what I respect about Doug Peterson, man. You know, he was against the Cowboys in this, you know, playoff kind of game for the Jaguars. It was a must-win game for the Jaguars, and Doug Peterson threw everything at our ass. And we up here like, hey, man, teams hit us with their best shot because we the Cowboys. But fuck, man, that's a good policy to live by. You know what I mean? If we gonna be Cowboys, we know everybody giving their best shot. We should give ours because we know that we fucking Cowboys.
That's why I don't subscribe to the, everybody, it's the Super Bowl for you. Well, then that should be your mentality. Like, that should be ingrained in who you are as a culture. Hey, they're going to get up for you, so you need to get up for them. Like, you got to match that energy. That should be a part of who you are as Dallas Cowboys if you want to be America's team, right?
Yep. Fair enough. Great conversation today. Neil, what's happening, player?
Not much, man. Y'all had unmuted me, and I was like, all right.
Well, sir. Well, sir, that's why we have intros here. That's why, you know, me and Will still can keep talking. But until I go, All right, we got Neil on the phone. What's good, player? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hang tight.
I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm not saying nothing right now. I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself for a minute. I'm gonna listen to what they got to say.
That is a seasoned
no,
caller right there, because some of these other people that just talk over us talking, and then we just got to please let you finish. So go ahead. But please, go ahead, Neil. Thank you so much. What you got for the show today, sir?
So first off, you know what I'm saying? Yesterday was my birthday. I turned 36. You know what I'm saying? I'm like half as old as Will.
Shit,
right
we ain't
now,
doing,
so, like,
we ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing nothing.
Right
We ain't doing nothing else.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Happy birthday, Neil.
Damn it. Yeah, my brother got me this nice little cowboy joint. It's like a poster or whatnot, but it's for Super Bowl 12.
Okay.
You know, it's got all the line stats and whatnot, and some of the people's on there. So I was like, oh, that's a nice look.
Yeah.
And I appreciate him for that.
That's
And
dope,
then so like I'm happy that right now as a 36-year-old, I'm finally able to look back and say, you know what? I was there the last time that they won their last 2 Super Bowls.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm feeling right now.
Yep.
But in order for me to be able to say that, I need a couple of things. There's 3 things that I got on
Cake
tap.
and milk.
Tampa Bay hasn't rushed for 100 yards or hasn't had a 100-yard rusher
Since us.
in the last 8 games.
8 games.
We don't need to be that first person or that first team to give that up. We haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher in 8 of 9 games. So all that stuff about, you know, our rush defense, they need to calm that shit down.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to actually play like that. Second thing is, like, I'm not understanding, like, what's going on with Kellen Moore and his schemes. I have not seen any levels concepts because it's pretty much everything is, like, over the top or nothing at all. And it's that shit can change. I remember I was battling somebody and I said, we got a 4, but yeah, we got a 9-2 on the other side, and yeah, we got a 9-2, which means we've got Dorrance Armstrong with number 92, but we also, yes, we can use that 4, but we got a 9. We got Turpin.
Sir, were you really battling? Or is this just an excuse to get some bars off on my show? I ain't crazy.
No, I said that.
Where was you battling at? Where was you battling at? Send a link. Send me the link.
Man, look, I don't have any. I don't got nothing recorded. I'm being honest with you. But please trust and believe.
Boy, you thought we was just finna walk past that shit, wasn't it, Neil? Like, okay, but go ahead.
No, like
go ahead, Neil. My bad, man.
No, but like for real, like
His
what I'm
real
saying
name's
is,
Nielsen.
like,
so I was battling Drake, right? And I told Drake I got an 11 like Mike. Okay, go ahead, Neil. Go ahead, Neil. My bad.
Come from a real good family.
Like, I don't understand, like, why, like, we have certain weapons. It's like
your real name's Dorrance.
Like, it's just like there's like something that like doesn't allow them to use the weapons that we have the way that we're supposed to use them, or the way that we can in a more efficient manner. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like if Turpin is out there and like we've got speed on the field, why don't you have T.Y. and Turpin out there, you know what I'm saying, and mix somebody up, make something happen, you know what I'm saying? Have Hilton, Turpin, and TP on the field and have like a speed concept, some sort of speed concept. Have that shit rocking. If you know that nothing's happening over top, then why don't you go ahead and put the ball in your playmaker's hands and make something happen like that? Doesn't make sense to me. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I'm hoping that Kellen's got something planned.
Yep.
And the last thing is, like, maybe you can tell me this. I'm not sure if you've seen it. And I said it like when I was just like bitching about, you know, the Washington game. But like I went back and like I looked things over.
Me too.
And this is like a recurring concept.
I know.
With the Dallas defense, their D-line.
Tell me what happened.
They don't collapse that pocket.
Really?
Like they don't hold contain.
No way.
And I don't understand what that is. Is that something that Dan Quinn is like if he doesn't want to do, or like he's not saying anything to him about?
Can't be.
Or is it just something that's just happening? Or what do you see on that?
I just think I don't know, man. It's just like execution errors or whatever. You know, I just think that the team missing Van Der Esch, the team missing some of his important guys. You know what I mean? It could be injuries. You know what I mean? But I really ain't got a clue what's going on.
I think they run a lot of stunts, man, and they have not been really hitting as good as they were early in the season. And I think Osa could be a guy that could do that, but I don't know. I don't think that's his role to just flat out be a ridiculous 3-tech pass rusher. I think they want him to be a stunt guy.
Yeah.
But even whenever they run the stunts, like I haven't seen like
That's what I'm saying. The stunts haven't been getting. The stunts haven't been great.
Nobody tips over to the other
please
side.
finish,
That's
please.
why I'm like it's
Okay, go ahead,
confusing to
finish,
me.
please.
But I'm optimistic. I feel like this is gonna be, what I'm saying, an eye awakening game. People gonna start saying, oh well, we did count them out, and look what happened. And now all of a sudden, the media is gonna do what media things happen. All of a sudden now Dallas is the best team in the world again.
Yep.
All I want to know is like I'm trying to make sure that I see y'all, Super Bowl Sunday. That's all that I want.
Yeah,
I want to be able to talk. I want to be able to see Voch and Will, what I'm saying, on Super Bowl Sunday. Talking about like everything that's happening, and they found a way to get they passes. They start talking. They actually got some questions off to Kellen and all that stuff, or got some questions off the mic. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to feel. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate. I definitely appreciate the time. And if I get that box, man, I'm playing Powerball. And I hope I hit that bitch. Because if I do, guess what, man? I got
that joint at like $1 billion right now.
Yes, indeed, boy. Hey, man, look, we're gonna be rooting for you. Who is it, Neil? Neil, appreciate you, man. Thanks for the call, my guy. Salute.
Shout out to Neil.
Shout out to Neil, man.
AKA Cornelius, as my man said in the chat. Now I don't know what his real name is, but did you pick?
I got a 9 and a 2.
Yeah,
I got a 9 and 2. Like, who you battling?
I gotta run Neil's call back, man, because Neil came in real straight edge, right? And then as soon as he said he was a rapper, you peep.
So I shot him up, right?
Yeah, I mean, like the motherfuckers need to start putting out money. So wait, Neil, wait a minute now.
I clap Bob Koozies, you hear me? All right, Neil.
I clap Bob Koozies.
Boy, Neil got every thought on his mind off of it, didn't it? Every thought that was on his chest. That motherfucker got it off, didn't it? Shouts out to Neil, man. Good call. Hey, 662. Hey, look, Will. It was so funny, right? Because Neil came in, and Neil did the first thing great, right? He was all, man.
Etiquette. He had the etiquette down pat.
Yeah, the etiquette. And I was about to type, "Don't be Neil." Well, pardon me. I was about to type, "Be like Neil," right? But I was like, hold on, but let's see if he get through his call quick. And I just backspace the shit out.
Control, Alt, Delete. Escape.
Shouts out to Neil, man. 662, what's up? 662 White, what up?
Are they unmuted?
Yep. Also, too, while we're waiting on 662 White, we got a PayPal from Sharon Coleman. She sent the $100 because she loves us. Happy New Year, God bless you, Mr. Steele and all the viewers. Mr. Steele and all the viewers. Let's get ready to go to Roof Chris because Golden Corral sucks. Oh, Jesus.
It's false. No, not this time. We created it.
Do they still have the chocolate fountain, John?
I don't know. I ain't been in a minute. We're going to find out. 62 White, you got one more second.
Yeah, y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we got you, buddy. What you got for the show?
What's going on, Vice? What's going on, Steele?
Cool and player.
Want to know why every DB we put at the segment just can't turn their head around. That's the main problem they having over there. They be in position, they just can't turn their head around.
Ain't lying.
What? Go ahead.
Go ahead. What you gonna say?
No, I was just letting just in case if it was anybody in the chat box that didn't understand what you were saying. I was just translating for 662 White. He's saying that the last few options that we've tried at cornerback too, it seems to have a lack of ball skills there, and they can't find the football when it's in the air. Go ahead though, White. We got
you. Yeah. And I feel like the X factor gonna be Kellen, man. See, we always the more talented team on the field. It's just our coaching. That's always been our problem. We never know what we're gonna get from coaching. And we run out there with Ty one play. He dropped one ball, and now we sending Noah Brown for the rest of the game. And I'd be down. Kellen better not have Noah Brown in the game more than Ty this Monday, man. Can't do it. Can't have Noah Brown with 8, 9 targets. Them targets need to go to Ty.
That's another point too.
Like
Will still appreciate 662 White. Good call, Will. That's another good point too. A couple weeks ago, I was like, "Hey man, we need to like quit babysitting and hand holding these veteran players that need to help us right now." You know what I mean? Like this slow learning curve that they want to, just integrate guys slowly or whatever. That's got to go away because we need Ty. And if Ty is a better player than Noah Brown, we need to be playing Ty. So
yeah.
Last game Ty had like his Like he had like 16 snaps or something like that, 20 something snaps. It didn't look like a lot.
I don't know, but I was a little disappointed. Although I'm not discouraged, but I was disappointed because he dropped 2 balls that I thought if he catches those balls, there's no. I don't think there should be questions anyway about getting T.Y. more involved. But it's like, damn, T.Y., you can't drop the first down ball and then the deep ball down the sideline. Dak puts it right on you for you go up, get 2 hands on it. And it's a tough catch. But I was like, damn, T.Y., come down with that, so that I can give more confidence to the staff to say, yeah, we just gonna roll with T.Y. here.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get this last call in before we get up out of here. 678. What up? Who this?
That is Rick.
What's happening? What you got for the show?
Hey man, I'm a long time listener.
Okay.
I called a couple times years ago, but
Time out, man. Time out, bro. How's life, real quick, bro?
Yeah,
Talk
right,
to me.
man.
How's life, man? You good?
yeah, man, I said we good. I got a question for you though.
Okay,
I
fine.
do. I have a serious question for you. You used to be player execution guy,
Mm-hmm.
and lately it seems as though you've changed. What happened? I'll hang up and listen to your answer.
Appreciate you. I'm still player execution guy. I am still player execution guy, but I can also, not deny what coaching can do to help you, and in those situations, it could be both, and I can still lean towards player execution. But you get more data, and with more data, you grow. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of this shit is still player execution, dog. A lot of this is, I'm sick of Conor McGovern getting pushed around. Dak Prescott throwing the ball to the other team. We mentioned all those things. Noah Brown dropping the football, or CeeDee Lamb has to run the right route if we're talking about early in the season. I haven't really moved off of my player execution square. Lately, if you've been tuned into my Patreon, you probably haven't. If you've been tuned into my Patreon, I've been talking about Zeke's vision. Like, I wonder what he's seeing sometimes when he's out here, when he should be following this offensive lineman and not this offensive lineman. You know what I mean? So appreciate the call, player. Let's get into supers. Voch wish he had AJ right now. AJ who? Who is Hun?
My guess would be AJ Brown.
AJ Brown?
Well, of course. I mean, why would, we're not saying AJ Brown's.
I would love to have AJ Brown.
Yeah.
I like to kill him with kindness, Will Steele. I like to kill him with kindness. I would love to have AJ Brown.
But they thought they had something though with that one. Voch wish he had Aaron Donald. Well, yeah.
You goddamn right. Who you want for him? Which draft pick you want for him?
Sure would be nice. Yeah.
Give me shit. I think people still in the bunch.
Yeah,
you know
they on that. Yeah, because of that video got retweeted and equal fans.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's cool. AJ Brown's a really good receiver though, y'all.
And I feel like I always say that, but when you just say one thing that's not on par with their agreement or whatever, it sounds like you saying something else. I could be like, yeah, man, AJ Brown is a fantastic receiver. He's so talented, but he ain't top 3. All they heard was AJ Brown trash and he's not top 3.
It's the same thing with Dak. Like you'd be like, because you're a big Dak Prescott top 5 quarterback, right? They'd be like, no, he's 7. Oh, okay. I mean,
I'll take that. Appreciate you, bro.
He's 8. Okay. I mean, so he's a top 10 quarterback. All right. Whatever.
Yeah, he cool. One more thing too, though, I just find interesting is a lot of people in that circle, some of my critics, a lot of people in that circle is they would be critical of Cowboy players if they've only seen them be good one time. I ain't gonna say shit about Hurts or nothing like that, but I just feel like, I'll answer when
literally they did that to Micah.
They did it to Micah. But you know what, Will Steele? I will answer when it's time to answer. See, Voch is patient, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna read these supers, right? Because I found that these exchanges that happen every time something happened, they're exhausting, bro. And Voch used to be that guy. Voch used to be all right, week by week, what's changed? Let's fight. I used to be that guy, man, but I'm 30 now. Yeah, I'm 30, Will Steele. So I'm more of a meticulous build my case. So see when they build these RICO cases, you know what I'm saying? They don't go and arrest you immediately. Like they build their case, you know what I mean? They build their case. I like to build my Will still like to swing his sword immediately and chop people down sometimes. Sometimes he build his case. Guys like Okoye Media like to be a little snarky with his, and he'll just slowly but surely punch you in the ribs and build his case. Law Nation like to put videos together. You're like, we all different.
Law definitely put them up.
I will put a video together.
Law said, I will not waste this opportunity to be petty and get paid off of it. So y'all can go ahead and just go ahead and
Law gonna get this content and get paid for it. 100%.
This content.
You know, shouts out to J Tuck and Rome, right? Like they on the front lines. J Tuck and Rome and them, you know what I mean? They fight. I like what Matt Owen does. Matt Owen doesn't fight anybody directly. He'll sit back and watch a fight, and then when something goofy gets said, Matt will come in and say, well, according to the numbers, that's a lie. And just get right the fuck back out the fight.
He will drop all that shit right then and there.
Yeah. Man, like we all fight different, man. But Voch likes to get a receipt book. This ain't even thick enough. Voch likes to really build his receipts about this big. And you know, there's a lot of characters that'll pit me against other content creators. I don't hate nobody. I love that everybody making their money. I'm not putting up copyright strikes on nobody. React to my video, retweet it and laugh. Do your thing. But boy, that NWO theme just hit Will Steele. So I'm gonna just take my time and build my case slowly, bro. It's okay. Let's get into some supers, man. I love y'all. I love all content creators. I love Eagles fans, honestly. Y'all just piss me off when y'all fight me for it. I just be getting my lick back. I take that back.
The thoughts of Voch they're not Skywalker's thoughts. I hate Eagle fans.
I don't fuck with y'all.
I can't stand them.
Wait, talking about Will Steele. Voch actually loves Eagles fans.
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time.
Well, no. You know what Paul's about to do, right?
Let me tell you something about America's team. Let me tell you about that team that wore that white jersey last week. Let me tell you about that team that has an explosive offense. Voch Lombardi, the Cowboys content creator. I absolutely love the Philadelphia Eagles. Beyond Levels TV says Voch said he was trash before the season. Find me the clip where I said AJ Brown was trash, sir.
See, that's what they love to do, man.
Talk about it.
They love to do stuff like that too.
There might be a clip of me saying that Jalen Hurts trash. We'll say that for another day. But find me the clip where I said AJ Brown trash. I said he's not elite, but that's another talk.
He was a trash, but you know how they be.
You know how they be. Let's get into this though. I appreciate you for being here. I need all this engagement. I need all this shit. Appreciate you, dog. That's their show. That's their show. On the volume side, let's hit refresh just in case. Let's hit refresh. Let's hit refresh. Let's hit refresh. Emma said, thank you. That's all I needed to hear. You wasn't listening, player. You wasn't listening to third play.
I wonder if he's new. A lot of people don't get that joke that we just did with the glasses.
Yeah, they don't get it. They don't get it. It's all right.
Can't miss show.
They're going to learn today. They're going to learn one day. We don't wipe these 304s. What up, Chris? He dropped 5. It says, which 3 players do you think are having breakout seasons? I think it was Terrence Steele for sure. Terrence Steele due for some money, by the way, Will Steele.
Hey, man.
Terrence Steele, and look, Will Steele, his first cousin now, they used to be third cousin. His first cousin now. He look, man, he was early, man. He's like, hey, man, we need to go ahead and pay Terrence Steele. But there's nothing better than a way to get more money than for you to do a job good and you miss time on that job and the dude behind you ain't doing as good as you. It's a good time to get money then. Terrence Steele definitely one of my breakout guys. Will Steele, did you have 3 breakout guys? I mean,
would you say Dorrance?
Sure,
because his career year, I thought last year kind of was his breakout, but this year he was better. Hard to say because he kind of broke out last year, but I guess you throw Dorrance up there.
Sure.
Do you say Lamb?
Lamb is definitely breaking out as a wide receiver 1.
He's doing what we expected him to do.
Because I wonder what a game with Lamb having Fucking Tony. But look, but Will, this thing about Tony. I think Tony always been that good. We just ain't use him.
What I agree, but now they're using him, and he's broken out.
He's breaking out.
Yeah.
On the Lamb point, I would love to know what Lamb's numbers would look like if Dak had a whole season with him. I would love to know what those numbers would look like for Lamb.
1,500, and it's so crazy because we said 1,500 wasn't out the equation. He finished with like 1,370 or something like that. So I think he get 1,500.
And we just casually throwing around 1,500, bro. Like, man, CeeDee Lamb, if Dak stays healthy next year, 17 games, CeeDee Lamb will go crazy.
1,500 with, in my opinion, what he did is more impressive than anything that, and I love Amari Cooper, that Amari did. No offense to Amari, because Amari eventually got a CeeDee Lamb. He had Michael Gallup, right? He had a healthy run game for majority of his tenure here. Lamb ain't have nobody opposite of him this year. Not nobody. Consistent.
Noah Brown and limping Michael Gallup. Boy, let's just go draft a receiver or something. I don't know. That's later talk. We'll talk about that later. We winning. Shots out there. I got L11 Levon 84. He dropped the deuce and says, per Queen. He dropped the deuce. Funds for Kellen's Coochie Collection Company. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Hey man, I love Queen so much, man. Queen's voice is unassuming.
Imagine if you just dropped in here and heard that.
If the first thing you heard,
oh well, this is the show for me. Thank you.
Oh, all right. I was about to give these guys some money. This what they talk about. All right. Fuck it. Let's see. And on the volume side, on the Voch side, let's hit a refresh and see what they say. On the Lombardi side, we appreciate y'all for being here. Today's the 11th. Your mama sure does care about your schooling, son. De lunatic drop. I don't know the word for drop in Spanish. Dinero. Cinco. $5. He says, we're ending Brady in Tampa same way it ended in New England. With the LLL Dallas 24 Tom Brady, well Tampa Bay, well TB 24-20. Go Cowboys. Hey lunatic, I don't care what the win percentage would be. I mean what the score is or if it's a blowout. I just want the dub, man. Once we get to the playoffs, dog, as long as we get the win, bro, I'll take it.
Facts.
And what a story is gonna be. All right, the Cowboys' first game on the way to the Super Bowl as they finally get that Tom Brady monkey off their back. It'll be fantastic.
This ain't the time for style points. This ain't it. The Cowboys get a dub. Y'all better not be in here talking about something. Oh well, Dak had 3 touchdowns, but he had an interception, and we can't shut it. Just win.
Yeah.
I don't care how. Just win. I don't care if Dak throws for 50 yards on 8 attempts. And they win by 3. I don't care.
Yeah, fair enough. Rivalry aside, nonsense aside, fights aside, mess aside, for the Eagles fans that's in the chat, do y'all like our content? Honestly, I'm just actually curious or whatever. I always see Eagles fans in here, and I see Cowboy fans in the same chat box, like fighting with them or whatever. And just from a content creator, audience builder standpoint, do y'all like our content? Are you here for the shit talk? Or you just here for Cowboy analysis, or you just, you know what I'm saying? Like what's your, give us some feedback on that. Like bullshit aside. And I just love to, I would love to hear what y'all got to say about that. Let's see. DJ dropped 5, pardon me. All right, cool. DJ dropped 5 and says, if they save the best for the playoffs, they can catch the whole NFC off guard. They can. They can. All you need is 160 unique plays and you can pull it off. Josh Gonzalez says push Linehan off a bridge to hire his son Kellen.
Yeah. I do want to be reasonable there. Like Linehan needed to go, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That was a real thing. Kellen was young and we gave him time, and maybe he's still growing. Mm-hmm. But they made the right decision to get rid of Linehan.
Yeah, for sure. They did right. Because we needed more of a ceiling that Linehan wasn't willing to provide. Linehan gives you a fantastic floor. We need more selling. Drew Lawyer dropped a dime and says, how bad do we need Deron Bland back at cornerback 2 now? Also, how much is Micah's hand impacting him? And lastly, it's time to use Tony Pollard, Christian McCaffrey. It's time to use Tony Pollard, Christian McCaffrey killed the Bucs. They are similar. Yeah.
Bruh. When we were talking about that earlier, I just kept thinking about when you brought up the San Fran game. I'm just like, man, way Shanahan uses these dudes, his scheme is a cheat code, bro.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard would be an all-pro in that damn scheme.
Yeah.
I digress. But I've been calling Tony Pollard, Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler, Alvin Kamara. Like that, he is in that lane.
Yeah. How great could we be? How great could we be? Anyway, Spock, can you save me? Drop the Deuce says put Dak under center. He said hashtag put Dak under center. I think, I've been seeing that going around lately, man. I'm like, man, if y'all want to go into the super nuances of it, I'll just leave that to y'all, man. But just whatever works. We ain't gotta get too crazy. Spot, can you come save me? Also dropped the 5. It says Zeke needs to take off that Vader visor so he could see. I actually love Zeke's helmet, and I wish other people would wear it so I can like it on them. But yeah, I fuck with Zeke's helmet. And DJ came back and dropped another 5 in the super chat. Says hated Noah Brown, but then I thought of him as a tight end, and I don't hate him as much. Just need to be used as a tight end in the passing game or a wide guard, but as an inside joke for the Patreon people, if y'all was on game.
Wide guard.
Anyway,
I still use that, by the way.
Wide guard is amazing, Will, still, and it was just something that just happened. We love it. Chat, do y'all have anything to say for these last 20 seconds before we get up out of here? Anything to say if we get up out of here? Somebody said something. Yeah, I'm gonna get right to him. I got him pulled up right here. Sam Williams. Yeah, Sam Williams would be fine. I think the Eagles fans are just saying that the Cowboys got the best content creators. I mean, that's man. Y'all said it. Y'all said it. I ain't said it. I don't never go search for the Giants guys. I'm just curious. I just want to see what's going on. All right, everybody, come on in. Someone else dropped a dub in the super chat. Says Philadelphia top dog.
Yeah.
Say his number.
Why you in the chat lying, Philadelphia? I let you try to troll, but you sounded like you was a little slow. So I'll even let him. I said, you here to troll or we here to talk? And he wanted to troll. I said, okay, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, get your troll on. Well, how come, you ain't won nothing in 27 years? Dog, is that your troll? Yeah, we haven't won nothing in 27 years. What's next? He had nothing.
Hey,
he was
man.
stuttering and bumbling. And come on, man. You're going to troll.
Hey, man,
be better than that, dog. Be better than that.
This ain't the networks, man. You got to bring a little something to the table. You know what I mean? You got to bring a little something to this fight. Marcus Hardison says, at the volume, that's me and Will Steele, by the way. At the volume, if you look at the people in your circle and don't get inspired, you don't have a circle. You have a cage. Come on, Will Steele. Come on, bro.
That's deep.
Hey, Will. If you look at the people in your circle and don't get inspired, you don't have a circle. You have a cage. God damn, that's crazy, bro. Thank you for being an ongoing inspiration of my life. Thank you, sir. Take care. Lie and sleep outside. UNLV. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Because, the whole cage analogy, if you're not around people that's better than you, it's almost like you locking your growth in. You know what I mean? Like you can't grow if you don't see people better than you around you. You understand what I'm saying? Like never be the smartest dude in the room. Never be the richest dude in the room. Never be the most accomplished dude in the room. You know what I mean? Like you need to grow, man.
I truly believe in product of your environment, man.
Yeah, man. I was at Dojo today, man. I hate when the dudes that normally beat me up in Dojo ain't there, man. I need y'all to come, you know what I'm saying? Sharpen a little bit of steel with me, bro. That's real. That's real life, man. I tell this story all the time, man. When I was up and coming 5 years ago, but when I first started as a content guy, like I made this graphic and it had like 4 little numbers in it. One was my number and the other 4 was Law Nation, Shango, Mark Holmes, or like somebody else, something like that. And I was like, hey man, this is what I want to get to. It's my goal, you know what I mean? And that'll get you there. Just seeing that little bit of inspiration will get you there. So if you're around some people that ain't doing shit, if you're around people, if you want to be smart and you're around dumb people, if you want money, you're around broke people, you're gonna be what they are. You know what I mean? So Change the circles. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. We love y'all to pieces. What a fantastic show this was. I mean, it's always a good show to some kind of degree. We do something every day that's some type of entertaining, but boy, oh boy, we just love it when y'all don't miss shows, because I hate it when we tell a joke and y'all don't get it. But love y'all to pieces, man. Follow me on all my social media platforms, VOCHLOMBARDI. Follow the volume on all of his platforms. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. My patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. That's where we watch the film in long form, and twitch.tv/Voch is where my non-football content will live. We'll be going crazy during the off season on that. Follow Skywalker Steele at Skywalker STEELE on all his social medias, Twitter for real. And follow him on A to Z Dallas in the morning, 8:30 or ish to about 10 o'clock. He'll hold y'all down there. Law Nation take over at 11, and we'll be here at 3. Love y'all. Hold it down for the dose of Wilson Peace. Until next time. Volume.
Beats Planet.